temple of Jehovah here. That's what Solomon did. Now, because David obeyed and he created a temple through his son Solomon, can you imagine Jerusalem 5,000 years after the fact?
And your statement is fallacy of argumentum ad hominem. Who is your school?
Okay, French.
Fallacy of Latin, fallacy of argumentum ad hominem. It's simple terms. The statement is a fallacy.
Wow.
And your statement is fallacy of argumentum ad hominem. Who is your school?
Okay, French.
Fallacy of Latin, fallacy of argumentum ad hominem. It's simple terms. The statement is a fallacy.
Wow.
I don't want peace. I want problems always. 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 I don't want.
You're still live on Loud Talents TV. I'll give you the results today. And the shocking part is I'll put some pastors to bed. Me and the pastors be carrier and anadri. Me and some posters be carrier and anadri. The NPP as a political party, I'll take their destiny tonight. I'll hold it in my hand and I'll decide where they head from here today. Into the party, and then you bring and decide the party destiny. And I have told them for the next 41 years, Omamba power. Now, and there will be the beginning of controlling the NPP indefinitely. They say, and there will be the beginning of the end of the NPP. I'll prove to them, say, party, I control the soul of the party, the bile of the party. We control it, and we will make sure the NPP stays in opposition for 41 years. On elections, I'm going to I'll give you the raw figures. Ochina, Antoa, we say, Ajak, Bibini baby. But Ejuma year, we are mixing a year science with data, and also, of course, with spirituality. Inti, the numbers are coming from deep down. From hard worker, any hard worker, nipa bibri, edi omutu omuho, edi to was obobeye abwa ama eyedien, eye yachichere Ghana no. Inti, tonight's show is going to be a wonderful one. It's going to be record-breaking show. I mean, I'm say in some bibri oha yebeka kahon someone there and sana you MPP for primaries. Anadwi omu chesika. Mahmoud Bawumia is leading when it comes to sharing money. And Anadwi, they are flowing money. Inti ama results fluctuate. They are flowing money. Yaka se obi ewie sika chesika. Mahmoud Bawumia camp they are basically busy sharing money. Inti for that reason Kennedy Japan so den call for kakra almost tugum. Ama numbers nyina fluctuate tonight because there are some people who have not decided and it wouldn't really make much difference at the end of the day. The numbers we'll give you here nothing will really change the numbers. But Bawumia any Kennedy mo omuchiskapa they are sharing money. And Sikana Mocheno, what is happening and say Sikano it is making the scale move. And I'm talking about the numbers they will get, into numbers but so we will stay within those numbers. Sikano and to me Sambibia, the Obiabenya no Benya, they are throwing money. Bawumia especially. Sika ecosystem about 70% if you Bawumia or two Sika. And I think election where do or die man the yere and the LED Sikano Nitiano, Samere. And the tonight and the Ekopim or channel past 6, the amount of money Bawumia and Kennedy mo on two ego system, it is crazy. And believe it or not, the money they are pouring into the system tonight, it is tilting the scale. Kennedy is really pouring money. Bawumia is pouring money. Ama scale no be jina, but it's still tilting. It is doing like this, like that, like this, like that. But still, we will give you the numbers. Ochna ni Obiso Ebeluzi. And that is what we will do tonight. Team, stay with me. And then I on say election time Tini Braba in some Nibuha in Fasoni Suntian Kahonsem. Let me say hello to Nipa Bakumi Nubi na Yafa Jumadiano and Shishaso. Now I can see a year on Facebook. Hammond Samuel is watching me tonight. Good evening to Samuel Hammond watching me this evening. I can also see a year Nashika watching me. Mohammed Umar Mubarak is also live here. Ishmael is watching me. Kweku AD is live tonight. I can also see Nana Kwame Krantin Brown watching me this evening. Amato is watching me. Peace Nyamiche is live. Also, Emilia Ibrahim is watching me this evening. Good evening, Emilia. Good evening to Abigail Obenfianco watching me this evening. Good evening to Emmanuel Esibi live tonight on Loud Talents TV this evening. Also, Mavis M2K is also live. Thank you very much, Mavis, for being here this evening. I can see Obitise Empress Felix Foma watching me this evening. Obiso Etise Albert Kofi Adams watching me and the Ghost team. I really appreciate every single person we make it time to watch tonight's show. I really appreciate all of you guys. Now, Mama Yamfa Jumadi and Anshishaso, Adiana Ekoswa, Yanti and Nipebiki Kansem. I just say pressure did the system inside small, but you go make it work. Pressure or system nim. Obianum say Kevin Taylor the numbers neighbor. And the interesting thing about Ochna election and they say a cromfo Asia and a cromfo per se a cromfo ketwani cromfo penny money be nim. From day one, election way has been about money. It has been about who can steal better than who. It has been about insult. It has been about it has been about lack of message. And our message, all of them from Kennedy to Bawumia to Comne Japan to Brandy Champon all the way to Country. Obiani Gano Betumaka say message when Bawumia the nam, and a message when Kennedy Japan the nam, message when Educhum the nam, Obiani sa ADNB. They didn't come with any message. As we speak, no delegate can say message when Atoma Kuma Sunti Amede to Amawi. No. So you can see clearly say the campaign has always been about at the end of the day, when a bit yakesi no benya nod, that's all. It is not about any message. It's not about patriotism. It's not about service to the people. It's not about the willingness to be honest about their bad leadership that made Ghanaians vote against them. It is all about they thinking, say, Jimmy. So go out there, just insult each other. Let's send dogs like Abronya, send dogs to go out there and say their mind, insult other people so that people will know, say, the more dogs you have, the more power you yield in the NPP. And that is what we have witnessed for the past 6 to 7 months. Inti, there's nothing unique. Ghana form the name Ghana be some say, Sanko for Numwe and a 5 way. Why pana okuta messenger? Obiampo kai word ba kumpa. Nipa ba kubi kan ya because the way they imagine so. Asem we the okato makoma so say enyina ye Ghana for betoma na obetuma be di president a obi ani obetuma ka asem ba ko nyansasema from the 5 sankwas no obi atokai too. You can see clearly say there was no message in the first place. They don't have the intelligence to understand the say Ghana for you do that pointer uni asem papa bi aka kire ya we are not going to listen to you. But hey, why not only why we say akromfo ejimi, they are foolish and they don't want to be advised. Indeed, that is how it's going to be. But enyumbre there the scale is moving up and down, left and right. Amount for a tuesika. Amount for a tuesika na G. Bawumia a about 70% of the bribe. Kenya Japan a about 30% of the bribe. They are really flowing money at time. But it will not change the outcome. Yes. Now, before I go on, I just want to say this. Answer the best at MPP4 in Semono. I want to say this. This man, his name is Afote Agbo. Afote Agbo. And last week, time me ba show no so me catch Ghana for say this man called Afote Agbo is a criminal. You see, we just don't sit here and speak on people because Afote no nya fan cheme. Afote onye nipa ncheme. I don't have any personal thing against him. But say obi ewo Ghana na ofa ekwan bi so bokro no wiankofo in the name say oyebusua penyi tantan bi ana say ono na da the Greater Accra House of Chiefs for eyi ne so onkoda Land Commission Board so inti obefa hu dia bokro no I am not going to allow it. Now the gentleman on his left, his name is Van Dam, another criminal, a very serious criminal. In fact, Van Dam no na Afote Agbo. Afote Agbowe is using this Van Dam. Oko Katamanso area where this Afote Agbo guy no or the thugs, criminals who kill, they murder. In fact, Omukuta Intuo or the Sabo were a friend of Van Dam. And this Van Dam last week, the Ghana Police Service, they arrested him. Was said Johnny. Now, he was given bail because it's a democratic state in your team. Yamani bail. And he's back there with guns. And omo tata nipa ewo Katamanso area ho. Now, the reason why I have always been on Afote Agbo, I'm saying oye kromfo and say there are so many people on one side say Katamanso area ho Afote Agbo. In the name of say oye Katamanso ebusia penyi o se one, he is duping people. And Sasia or what area ho nyina Afote Agbo aton sasini nyina oye kromfo. That is the man in white. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, Okotwashi was Ethiopia airline muko. He was supposed to die there. Because Bonia sa akwawe Edi or Ghana no. I don't expect anybody to allow Afote Agbo to be walking on the streets of Ghana. He is a hardened criminal. And so many people in the NDC, they know. There are so many people in the MPP who also know. Ahimfu bebre o Ghana munim say Afote Agbo oye kromfo. Owiansa se tatankofo. Now go Katamanso any Apollonia area was setting up a group of thugs. And what they do is when you are building, they will show up. And when they show up, Sagana or that's their friend Van Dam now or Dwe Prano, he will come with his boys. And what they will come and do and say, they will tell you said, assassin your mudia, Oma kwaji court warrant, Oma kunya judgment. And what they do and say, Sawa mo musika kesia, they will either shoot somebody on the land, attack people under the instructions of Afote Agbo. This man is a criminal. And Omo mo Katamanso any sa Apollonia area when you know they know. They know Afote Agbo. And I want the NDC to come out and tell the world say they don't want Afote Agbo to stand anywhere else to say or you're a member of the NDC because he's a criminal. Afote Agbo is a criminal. He's a land criminal. Oyewi. Wabe won korabi gu US ha. Ena odi obade sim. He's a disease. Everything about him is terrible. Now, I want to send this message to the Land Commission. I was in Ghana last week. Because meba Afote Agbo wunti na meba Ghana oye kromfo oyewi. About 20 families on the Katamanso land. Akwawe tata omuna obunko fo botu. You know what he's doing? Afote Agbo way or the Van Dam way and I cause the boy is free Togo. I'll come and play videos and audios for you to listen. What the Sa Van Dam way na edi edro. And omako Togo no mako sa emrante biaba. And omako sa entuo dia momo. Van Dam way the chikrampo free Togo kakra on shada nya Ghana ni. And omako sa etuo ediama boys no free Togo no. And they are tormenting people at Katamanso. Send out which boys digina ba kumponi wa Ghana ni. Or ejuma we nyina e Afote Agbo and the AD Sankwasi asem. Now, let me tell you what he does. What Afote Agbo does and say, and I said the oye and say, you know, the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs, you know, almost to say onkotna a year, the Land Commission, Greater Accra Regional Headquarters, board oteso representing a or the Lands Commission Board, so representing the Greater Accra the Traditional Council. But do you know what Afotagbo is doing? Sir, opportunity now when you're not Lands Commission Board, so Accra. He has been able to infiltrate the Lands Commission. Afotagbo is able to go in there, employ some boys in there. With the names this man is a criminal. What he's able to do is say, for some time now, Otumi Lands Commission system now we change titles of lands. Into Utwini Afotagbo enya o asase bi so, utum asase no why search. Unim say eya dia what free ebusua na asase ne omodia no ho. Ubeko land no in less than 2 weeks na search na koye no asesa na abeye Afotagbo ene ni group na asase. That is what he does. For a very long time, he has been using some boys at the Lands Commission to be changing titles of lands. It took him data anymore. Asasiwa obitumi koye checks. Otumi koje everything. Adiabechi na obesa koye sa search ni biemu no na atsesa ayeden akọ Afotagbo or the nebusuanfo dim, and that is what he's using his influence on the board to do. You know, Afotagbo or nipa bia asase ena audio nwure nipa ebu nipa abedu bebi odui. When you go to Apollonia, Katamanso area where high boys sibia, the moment I started say we adwuma na omo the paper bia ba ka kira wo say asase we Afotagbo na smaye or say you win court case or so don't touch it. When you ask the boys to say asase document when obeka say sa document na our police regional quarters police Accra regional regional headquarters or regional office today. Now Afotagbo is working with the Oyobi police commander. Oyibi police commander no on Afotagbo na ye juma any Van Damme way. Now every time the Van Damme the land guard ye criminal or botu na or tatanko every single day a matter a concerning this guy called Van Damme Npp Oyibi police station, and the police commander at Oyibi police station is working with Afotagbo to dupe people. Into the moment ombeba wasase so no omoba pe omo say hey yempene ma wunye dwuma Afotagbo na se emra. Then the police commander at Oyibi will send his boys to the land. Omoba, they will come and arrest the people working on the land, and they will tell you say ampa there is a court issue where that's as so now our office. Now what the police commander will do is say whoever works on the land on obechewu odoko police say on jintum because Afotagbo akache say sa no case headquarters office. Now regional office akache say they should not allow anybody to work until you pay Afotagbo the Oyibi until the police investigator or what regional officer or investigating matter no or for you to follow the case and to me my own as ejuma obeka just say onim investigator ni din. All that the Oyibi commander will tell you, they say, go to the headquarters. Now, the Oyibi police commander takes instructions from Afotagbo, this criminal. When you go to a Oyibi police station, the police commander will call Afotagbo and take instructions. The Oyibi police commander, Ombu IGP, Ombu CID boss, the only person she takes instruction from is Afotagbo. It is our steady Afotagbo cases in Yina Ewakata Manswa. It is only Oyibi police station. And on the case, it's Van Damme way. So, Obana on the boys attack wa. Then after they attack you, they will call the Oyibi police commander. The Oyibi police commander will send police officers from there. They will come and arrest you, the person who have been attacked. Whilst asking you, normal culture say they have been given an oversight on the land because Afotagbo in the bush for court or bois. That is what this Afotagbo guy does in Ghana. He's a criminal. Recently, Ethiopia airline said, "Oh, China said, agwo and chobewu." But this Afotagbo is a disease. And respectfully, I am telling the Gamanche, I am telling the Greater Accra House of Chiefs, it's about time you people put your foot on the ground. Afote Agbo Ogumonimasi. He's a criminal. You are supposed to pull him out. Sir, board no, that's no meaning so. The representation of Nakoto say Ejuma Onyano or the Bokrono, I am first respectfully telling the chiefs, Mama Monimba from Namu Yinin Free Sa board and so. Because when I start to expose Afote Agbo, I know say it's not going to be only Afote Agbo, it's going to cut deep. Metesana and saying on any boys the document via Komakwasi be say Kevin Taylor disturbing me be come as an some for Makwasi and onka metikroma. Me say Afote Agbo Matisa kuta documents in them so the document way Kevin Taylor is disturbing me, so come and counter Kevin Taylor. Me say more for documents in Koma Kwasi afo no say they should come and counter me. Metia me ko bibia. I will keep saying and I will show your face every single day. Afote Agbo is a criminal. He's a land guard. He's a thief. I'm going to enter the Lands Commission. All the boys he's using, as I speak now, Afote Agbo is trying to change in Sasibi title our Lands Commission. Afote Agbo is a criminal. I'm going to expose those young boys he has been using at the Lands Commission. Lands Commission, no? One of the commissions, and I say one of the government agencies are Enisenka buying Edinwagro Air Lands Commission. One of the state agencies are, and can also add the priority of every government a Lands Commission. Because it's a Land Commission, so be a Juma oho, now say the salary, and I say what will motivate them to work, you take it from them. What is going to happen? And they say, Land Commission, they are going to be corrupt. Land Commission. Our problem, no, it is not anything big. It is because they are underpaid. It is because people who work at Lands Commission, nobody at Lands Commission takes over 10,000 Ghana cedis a month. Yeah, if you like, go and do your checks. Nobody, from the last killer to the youngest killer, nobody at Lands Commission takes 10,000 Ghana cedis a month. Now the whole Ghana lands, what they are shedding pebinsa. One, you are not providing them with the awesome Juma. Two, you are basically not giving them the resource to work. Three, you people are not situating Land Commission in a very good position, a strategic position. They can expand go around the nation. Every single Lands Commission office is a criminal hub. All because the government, instead of them to pay attention to Lands Commission, the workers there, you don't need so many workers at Lands Commission. You need a few people who are committed and pay them well. They are sitting at Land Commission and taking money not because it's because you're not giving them any money. You are not paying them well. So if a government comes and tells us to say they are going to digitize the land in Ghana, they are going to do this. That's a majority of the money now was called Lands Commission. The government, maybe the minister now, who Lands Commission, the Lands Minister, he's taking chunk of the money. How is the Lands Commission going to work? If you want to digitize Land Commission, give the money to Lands Commission to digitize Land Commission because they know what they want to do. They know what they want to achieve. But I don't say that the ministry, as the Minister of Lands, take the money and give them peanut and tell them that they should make sure assassin organ and assassin are perfect. You will be assassin. You are not doing anything. If you starve the Lands Commission and then the ubiti sa Afote Agbo any criminals they will take advantage of people. Adia Emma Ekrowe aye dangerous a team aye in Sasi that Ghana. I was expecting this government that when it came to office, the Lands Minister, you were going to at least make sure the Lands Commission is resourced well. Me say, I am saying this on authority. There's nobody at Lands Commissioner or get 10,000 Ghana cedis a month. From the CEO to the last person, nobody takes 10,000 Ghana cedis as salary. Now, presidential staff are almost saying, and you people want the land to be protected. You want genuine people to make sure, say, Obi at the document bar, Obi feature say Goro boy. Because then there, when you go to Accra and you go to the Lands Commission, the regional headquarters, and the Okowa, Goro boys, it's a criminal cartel. The Goro boys are able to give the workers their money. And I'm a worker at Lands Commission. The idea ni more than 10,000 Ghana cedis. So everybody there is taking 1,500, 2,000, 3,000. Now so be ba. Now, obi asase no kuta the same 50,000 Ghana. What is that person going to do? The person is going to take the money and change a document to make sure say or the amobi and then air cost for years and years. Government and politicians don't want to agree because some of the politicians, criminals no more land commission be because they are able to bully people to take their land. And you say and so some ejina na say you're stopping now. The government needs to resource the lands commission. Give them good salary. Give them the resource they need. Make sure the incentives are better. That is the only way you can get a lands commission to work. Because, so check here, lands commission, Goro Boys or more lands commission, they make more money than land commission workers. I'm telling you, it's a fact. When you go to lands commission, Goro Boys, they make more money than the workers at lands commission. And see, every Goro boy has a slave in the lands commission office. Every Goro boy original lands commission in Nimuho, Abontine, washe suit, washe long sleeves. Every single Goro boy has a slave in there because Goro boy be Abontine be a sketch lands commissioner worker. So how are you going to stop the theft na ekosono? The manipulation. How are you going to stop? Because the people there, they don't get any incentive. They are just there. So Goro boy this kaba pano aje. Or just kala no manipulative pano. Yakwa Abontine yakokunya hu. And remember, say I'm correcting this land issue in Ghana. A simple thing. Correcting the land dispute in Ghana, no. So simple. I was here my land commission. Resource well. Recently, I was reading some news article. And here say the government wants to digitize Asasi or Ghana. You know, if the government wants to digitize the land in Ghana, every land, the government needs to give the money to lands commission. The Ministry of Lands is not supposed to be holding that money to be telling Lands Commission what to do because the work now Lands Commission, the minister has no idea. And this cuts across NDC MPP. The Lands Commission should be autonomous and independent enough to be able to run the commission well. The commission is weak. The commission is ill-resourced. People can enter the commission with money and they can get whatever they want to get. Every document, they can change titles. They can do anything because every single person working at the Lands Commission is a slave to a Goro boy. Anything that people like Afote Agbo, they can enter Lands Commission, manipulate the system, change data of documents, and then make sure say amount for property. And Accra, you will be all Tiabruchi, Obedru Ghana, Nana Sasi Aji for no reason. You can do that anywhere. When I'm going to change paper, no a Lands Commission. When I'm in a room, a Goro boys. When I'm in a land commission workers, a Goro boys, because land commission workers are they are poor. Me say, I'm telling you this. Listen. From the CEO of Land Commission to the last person at Land Commission, will be over 10,000 Ghana cedis a month. None of them. So, sa asase problem na munya o Ghana na enya ade be ende. Sa by any person or solve asase problem, I will plead with the president that they should resource Lands Commission and give them a deadline. Give them their money. The money that is staying at the Ministry of Lands, it belongs to the Lands Commission. Drop it and let it come to Lands Commission. If you are going digital, if you are going to have a data to make sure asasi biano ya market ema problem mba give Lands Commission the resource. Land Commission ko okra rebe ho. I was in Ghana last week. I went to all Meko Eastern region, Land Commission or Ukra time. I came to Greater Accra. I came to Volta region. They don't have anything. They don't have anything. They are sitting there and then some foolish people like Goro boys come in there. Now Goro boy aba okuta $10,000. Why don't you mean convincing or Lands Commission? Boga biaba, politician biaba, okuta $20,000. Why not on to mean convincing or Lands Commission for your land document to be changed? The Lands Commission should be resourced. It should be autonomous. Let us give them enough. Sikana yem famo munitina yensa se yebre. Because your uncle for system ni mwa, omo manipulating Lands Commission. Obu ha owankwara 5 system nim. Omo yejuma Lands Commission. Enkwara 5 no, otumima obia 1,000 Ghana a week. Omo obia 2,000 Ghana a week. The person enkwara ni ye biano, the data part or department of Lands Commission. The young people will go in there, they will change the system, they will change the document, they will change the date, and it will belong overnight. That is what is happening. The security of this nation, Masa, Mamu miyanti to nyoma sisa, enya nyoma easy sa. Enti, we will have time to discuss issues. But I'll plead with the president. It's about time. Issues with Land Commission are supposed to be dealt with by Land Commission. Mr. President, it's important you call now commissioners and call the leader of Land Commission, sit with them as the president and question them. Why do we still keep getting all these land litigations? Why are people shooting people? Why are thugs taking over our land? The Land Commission is ill-resourced. About a year 857. You are still live on Loud Silent to the matter itself. Inti also biati as you say, and then you breno obetino have first. Dear Kennedy Benya, dear Baumia Benya, dear Kobreja Po Benya, and these numbers will not change. These are the numbers. Want to know the numbers we put out there. Obia percentage. And tonight's numbers are to Ghana no and change it that. And that is what will happen tomorrow. Me say anadiomu tieska. Omo pompigum. Ghana Police Service for Muma Muni and Naho because Akromfono, and we know what the Ghana Police Service they are doing. Now, I saw this too we need to talk about. Police arrest 7 suspects over highway robbery. Now, the reason why I decided to speak on this matter is simple. As a nation, it is sometime we need to take a step back and assess institutions that we did not have trust in. A few years ago, majority of Ghanaians had a problem with the judiciary. And a few people, and it to me, Ekasetia judiciary because the confidence na judiciary years ago, no, that confidence is back. Today, when judgments comes out from our courts, lower court, high court, Supreme Court, people sit and they are satisfied. Bandai Dian is a typical example of how our judiciary is becoming reasonable now. And Akufo-Addo, our judiciary was crazy somehow. But now you could see there are men and women who basically have decided to work for the nation, the interest of the nation. Until you can see our judiciary is coming back. It is now getting to that point where every Ghanaian who record near the judgment, they believe in it, they trust it, they respect the court. And that is how you build a nation. The same as the Ghana Police Service. Under the leadership of Yonu, we have seen today police reject bribes. We have seen the commitment of some police officers working day in, day out to make sure, say, the police service, today, Ghana for enya areshimu kakra ewum. And one person who have been so exceptional, the CID boss. Let's be very fair and honest here. We have seen CID bosses come and go. And in Ghana, one thing, I'm a Ghana Police Service. Ghana for be brain at a point now you're losing interest in Ghana Police Service, and I say and trust you. I'm gonna say Ghana Police Service, you will be a friend. They were used to having court cases and making it look like say a normal. Now there's something happening at the Ghana Police Service, especially the CID department led by Madam Lydia. Now, in the history of the Republic of Ghana, who police service, and I say the CID department ubiabe hedia, which may take a step back. Court cases are na ehia Ghana for near him say cases where they ewu. But under the leadership of this lady, we are seeing the Ghana CID as the criminal investigation department led by Madam Lydia. They are now going back and basically working on cases you and I for years and now for months. We never thought to say a CID boss will come into office and say, let us take a step back. Let us start from the back. Let us see the cases that basically could have been treated or looked into. Sebio Npp escape. Now, it's not say, Abia, I am talking too much, but so we take it time. Now we follow this CID boss. We have had CID bosses for Ghana for 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. They could not even crack one case. One case. But you can see this lady is exceptional. She might have her flaws, but comparing her to her predecessors, obi to say Ken Yeboah, obi to say Tiwa de Dankwa, any Faustina Jiwano. You can see this woman. So what do they compare? 3 CID bosses here. This woman's work is exceptional. In fact, she has changed the face of investigations in Ghana. She has. And then Ghana need to meet now and say, case we need a review. Hey, and mami we have a breaking case no. Hey, and mami we have a cracky case no. Hey, on any CID department, there's so many cases. You and I, we will never think in post say we will wake up one day and say robbery we see ya coaching conform Ghana asem see 24 hours ya nchini pana asama san and Ken Yeboah send robbery sini and chini pana ade chen wakoda asama san Tiwa de Dankwa on a political witch hunt or no or your case in there concern odi onye ready so be follow bia. So you can see say in this short period mami we be a CID boss no say a kind cry. This woman has done exceptionally well. In fact, in this short period, ejuma wa ye no et say 10-15 years ejuma police headquarters CID bosses on nyina omuntimi nyeye. Now, recently, Omar arrested 7 suspects over highway robbery. And recently, every time I work on Facebook, I work on TV, Subiano, say police are making arrest. Before you can make an arrest, in fact, making an arrest on cold cases is more difficult than cases that are basically before you. Because you see, send the assembly scene there, they can be a robbery, now answer highway robbery, that's how we investigate here. Somehow, some way, it's a little bit easy because asama pendi ko idea ube to me follow up now. So ubana si case bi asemi siye obi korobi obi wa dabraka 2 years ago. And it's easy to go back and find those people who did the job because one, for all you know that the CID boss are not ohono, he did not care about how the investigations was being conducted. Ebia details are not say or picky or they follow up on that case, on one picky. You are basically going to start from scratch. Now, for this woman to step in, and recently we've seen the number of cases are all cracking. In fact, let's be very fair. Let's be very, very fair. She is, Betmaka said, one of the most hardworking CID bosses we have had in the history of this country. And say police investigations are obianim say there will be results. And the police can say, oh yeah, you know the police will come up with a result. The CID will investigate to the point where you bet chinipa. And that is the kind of investigation for some time now. This is the kind of leadership now at the CID office for a very long time. We needed a leader who can take decisions, who will look at cases the same, treat cases the same, add the needed attention to every case. And you can see this woman on selected cases, on case where the politician be one some naba, yet and or investigate afenyomakin. Or the report come Attorney General and told the Attorney General these were her findings. I spoke on that matter. As we speak, that investigations are at the Afenyomakin desk. So this is what we call a leadership. It is about you standing up and making sure the right thing is done. Now, since this woman became the CID boss, we are seeing cases upon cases are all cracking. 3 more suspects in the 2024 Adabraka Gold Jewelry Shop robbery incident grabbed. Where Adabraka case you see almost 2 years ago, the woman came into office and they had for. In the history of Ghana, how do we be see you? What about some court, a police station? Not CID focus on my you bet over tea and car and one another story. The next generation I'll bet. But under the leadership of Lydia, you can see say case bia current and past biano. We are visiting and we are making progress. There's some sense of urgency in the system. The lady is showing. The lady is proving say when you jumani keke and you been a body didn't the position mano a jumana or you know only jumano. Now we can also talk about Police arrest 12 in separate highway robbery operations. And these are all, so when you investigators, papa, when you CID boss or your papa, they need that former, between investigators are collaborating and making sure that the professionalism is there. They are serious about what they do. You are never going to get anybody. You can never crack any case. But under this lady, in less than a year, she has cracked so many cases. She has cracked so many cases. And this is exceptional. And we should give credit. She's doing well. She's really, really doing well. And we need to, at some time, the moment take a step, kakra, let's step back a little bit and look at where we were under Kenya Boa, under Tiwa, under Faustina. 8 years ago, we saw CID office bosses are no more petition for Kenya Boa. Or no more petition, or we are also a petition. Tiwa the Dankwa, or no MPP, the foot soldier. Faustina, or Chimekapa, on the original. These were people who were not serious. Now, let's see this. See something like this. We are talking about 5 arrests over the Akasim robbery attack. And it's all about the investigations. It's all about the leadership. And this woman is doing well, man. And if there was any position above CID bossa, they should be looking at that position, because it looks like say Onimejumano more than Baby Owono. If there's any position that is above CID boss, then we should be looking at that, because it's been a long time we saw people who were really, really serious about their job. People who were basically bringing the results home. We for a long time, we didn't CID boss or the results to be about. But this woman is bringing results. This woman is showing. Say, she wasn't just appointed because na Obine Nimuno. It is because of her job, the track record, the intelligence, the knowledge she has, the in-depth knowledge, the consistency. And we all should sit back and start to ask questions. Mami way, we cannot just let her go like that. We should find something for her to do. And yes, CID didn't want to be to my. And I'm going to say, after CID, if there's something above CID, we should be looking at people like that, because almost and hardly do you get women who stand out and do their work exceptionally, especially in the police force. They be a can and more opportunity. Majority of time, they have more opportunity. I mean, blown up. But this woman is proving the why we need a woman in positions like these. The CID boss.
Today's briefing will focus on 2 major success stories. 1. Police arrest 7 suspects in a highway robbery involving a Council of State member. And then 2, police arrest 5 in Kasem. The police have arrested 7 suspects in a highway robbery involving a Council of State member, which occurred sometime last year. 7 suspects identified as Rashida Yusuf, Elana Baswifanga, Wilson Avasong, Muntaro Idrisu alias Virgin, Aminu Zebrila alias Birdman, Inusa Sumaila alias Agenda, and Haruna Safiano in connection with the crime. 2025, the victim was traveling along the Tamale-Bupe highway when he was attacked by 6 armed men who robbed him of personal belongings, including mobile phones, some cash, wristwatches, reading glasses, a laptop, and other items. On 11 January 2026, following intelligence gathered by the CID, a team from the anti-armed robbery unit was dispatched to Salaga in the Savannah region. This operation led to the arrest of Rashida Yusuf, who was found impossible at Dagomba line in Salaga. The shop attendant Aaron Abana Baswifanga was arrested, and he disclosed that the phone had been brought to the shop by his uncle Wilson Avasong, an environmental officer, and the shop's owner, who resides in Tamale. Suspect Wilson Avasong was subsequently arrested in Tamale. During interrogation, suspect Wilson Avasong stated that he purchased the phone from a phone repairer, Muntaro Idrisu, also known as Virgin, for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Police then arrested suspect Muntaro Idrisu at the Tamale Abuabu market, where he led officers to arrest Aminu Zebrila, also known as Birdman, a 35-year-old Okada rider, at Dungu, a suburb of Tamale. Suspect Aminu Zebrila admitted to selling the phone to Muntaro Idrisu for 650 Ghana cedis. A search conducted in the room of suspect Aminu Zebrila resulted in the retrieval of several items, including a locally manufactured shotgun, 1 locally manufactured pistol, 4 live BB cartridges, 1 locally manufactured sword with the inscription Birdman, 1 live 5.56 by 44 CZ ammunition, 2 live revolver ammunition, 1 face mask, 1 jackknife, a quantity of dried leaves suspected to be Indian hemp, 1 talisman, 1 cutter, 1 catapult, on the arrest of 5 suspects for robbery at Nkasem. The Ghana Police Service has also arrested 5 suspects in connection with the robbery attack at Nkasem in the Ahafo region.
So the composure is there, the discipline is there, and you can see, say, she knows what she's doing. And anything I make her say, if there's any position above CID boss, I think this woman, in this short period, will prove her to Ghana for say, if she's given the room to work, and she's given the chance to move up, she can do better. In fact, since it's obey CID boss, me who say obi etumia sorry I can say our CID department and our investigations way ya any basa. And that is one hallmarker, one integrity marker. This woman, as we speak, ekuta. The composure is there, the professionalism is there, the consistency is there. Let us support her. In fact, once in a while, you know about your exceptional. It is a nano pokuajiman. Once in a while, you know about your exceptional. Basic hospitals, Lodina. Once in a while, you know about your exceptional. It is a J. Kufoire. May his soul rest in peace. Once in a while, you know about your exceptional. It is a Kuredu Ajiman Rawlings. Once in a while, you know police officer or your bar or your exceptional. It is a Lydia Donko. And we should not underestimate the work she's doing. And over Ghana, people now believe or trust the police again because they know, say, the investigations will be done. If there's anything above this, I'm looking at something above where she is now. In fact, a very, very important, and this is a conversation we will have in the future. We are looking at everybody, we are assessing people and people's work and extra where they have to be. Nti obanyansa for yebunibe. Wenya eyo Faustina, mokai Faustina. When was the last time I would say ekufu the Faustina? CID ya no ohe Faustina ejewa. Edine yes yedin. Faustina ejewa. Otumi twede nim na tissue no de twede na tissue na tete. Faustina, otumi de bom, won sa pons no. Otumi de bom popo na pons ne kasa. Otumi de tissue bo ponsum na ode afane na pons kasa pons. Oni pons. Faustina, odwari wie ansa na won frifie medu no. Ono ode eyi kakra, pokre kakra. Na ode eye sunshine. Ansa na ode eye Latvia eye de moon. Ansa na ode white star. Ode amexi na ode adua omo adua bi omo di nkufo omochi. Na ode abom kum. Na ode afane chi. Ode srane chi. Ansa na oba office. Faustina, what is the Faustina press conference da? The Bernard is a Faustina press conference. Or would you tin. It's need them corner. And son would ready into my friend at Chidia Chili or the China do for so at a chess in the poor. And son when you about the activator afan trim Eddie do catch so amanane. And sana or the incumbent table so in the night Benkumuno. Eddie see a conyan sasso. And sana watinku for what they are finding some. Ade afane nanko krobotia be sida hem amane hwan fa ansa na oba satani abu okum satani investigations ni ewie kan yabo a otumi no petition odi bibia cause right petition kan yabo a wetwa bi odi ne tim kochi an robbers na odi oma ba efie odi oma ba police station na odi etuo na bullet gum na kogu ne office wo journalists for bomb so CID boss, what should we do? So go into the room, the guns are there, go and take picture. No, be koloko you told no bo tribute to her. Sanko for in our cantata for way, Tiwa the Dankwa. Corrupt police officer. Corrupt una as on yamu. Bibi basa on kanu kre obia enkwara ayira takra the girls omira or say I she keep on keeping on yekobusa na sa time no oni evidence and so no come yema yakase be ka bibi ma yemu to yem. All these comedians came. This woman is showing say Sanya won kofo betuma adwuma no. Inti let's keep an eye on her. I think she's doing a marvelous job. It's very, very important. Nidin Ede Lydia Donko. She's really working hard and I really appreciate Ejuma Oye. Let's all at least sometimes the entrance in Musa baby near war, any baby a one day, you could see the difference. And I say, if there's any position above CID in the future, let us look at this woman very well. Very, very important. Now, and the story I better when exactly 9:18, about 9:45, make catch NPP for 9:45 p.m. We will start the NPP primaries. Numbers, figures will be abenya, the results no eba beto and the MOBia ehu de echo. Finance Minister signs 12.83 million grant agreement with AFDB to support feasibility studies for proposed interchange at 37 military hospital, 4 modern market, and 3 agro-industrial zones. Now, you see, Finance Minister Mr. Atoforsen, and the on the Chinese for I then assign a year grant agreement. Sebio we are Ghana now Shamia. Yaka granta a sika omodi acheye enya besia yenkutia ho nsihu bia. Entiende a year Finance Minister yenya $12.83 million a AFDB for the maye sa sika we almost say yemfa enya feasibility studies na yahwese yebetumi esi eye interchange ewo 37 military hospital area ho na yasasi market bi any industrial zones, agro industrial zones in the sa sika we enya loan eye sika AFDB for the acha Ghana monje na momfanya eye den overhead monje na momfanya den momfa ensi edwa monje na momfansi den agro eye den eye industrial zones inti these are some of the things that aban papa ba omoye we inko foriata kwaji yanko bedi no aka kire so oh monji quotation nko kan because mo jimi se sia de ni oforiata system no mu biom ekufo de jimi ko obeji akoto wi anom. This is a government it's looking at how to at least save us. Besia no se ebe besia e was say critical for a very special reason. Baby Ghana esika semedu no. This is not the time ye kwa bobo besia. We need to be working towards grants a lot. So wakuma eye na so beso che sika say yemfa enchichiri ekura. We are ready to take it. We are supposed to understand say ye pese echichiri kuro we ye na ye ma ekuro ligane na so a say obi be che ade a yanji na kumapem yanji besia no se ye bekwa bontra ko besia kura se bi o me de bia maka me say ye be besia ofie ye be besia abonten no anka ye be besia ofie say ye bo aban eboro domestically it is better because at the end of the day eden and the efia sebia nyina wi ebeka na ofie na sa okobo na bontene no sa okobo besia na bontene sibia na oforiata ye no because eye ono an insurance company ono anga sande bank eye intermediaries omno me brokers ombenya eye den omobenya eye commissioner then you are hurting the nation and no na ma MPP egu Ghana no atofo sini John Mahama mo they are not ready to go out there and borrow because obi kwa kwaje share. They are open for business. If you want to done it, if you want to help, if you want to bring some monies to help the development of Ghana, they are willing to do that. 12.83 million is big money. We can use it to do the was our grant women and say 37 military hospital area. We need an interchange there because Jack, the kind of traffic was our area on Nyanse, and we need to find a way to ease that traffic. Enti sa a grant way. I'll be following the grant. I want that interchange to be built. In fact, sa interchange you around 37 military hospital already. It needs to be done. It needs to be done because that gridlock, sa traffic in our a wasting of for time. 2026, we are not supposed to sit in traffic for more than 2 hours, 1 hour, 35 minutes. No, we are supposed to find access routes. We need to find roads sebio free highway niswa ubet use to get to your home. Into the government these things. Into some sa interchange where they should also find other means because there's one thing I noticed in Accra. Especially Udru Palace Mall. Sa area hona okoto traffic ma you are stuck. When you are coming from, there are so many places in Accra, so okoto traffic ma, especially when you are taking that same stretch to Polo Club. So okoto traffic ma, there are no alternatives. I also tell them, say 3 hours out. We need to start building a lot of ring roads. A small road that leads to other major roads. Because as you're going to one way. So I go to traffic be more. Only any alternative say okay, my main free ha, na main fa anko pi ha. Ebi ni Ghana. Into the biano unnecessary traffic. Na trotro for a bunko for na transport commercial transport owners a bunko for because there are no alternative routes. Into the moment about the car muno, lane. So the government should try and find ways to create other auxiliary roads. Oh, a quite kitibia, ye be ye fa main ones no. Now ya to a better road. A bema start traffic to ease the traffic. The reason why our traffic and also they be and say a kind of pressure was so you need other small roads. You bet to me a UZ into 37 say from a year, let's say from a year often free ABR cycle. Now you get on that route, say Medina. Now you get stuck in front of Jubilee House. You'll be stuck until you get to Legon. You are going to be stuck. Just say from 37, maybe before 37. Maybe I went to police Jubilee House. Let's say you just in front of Jubilee House. Say traffic traffic Medina. Traffic Adenta. Just say any other alternative. And that is what we need to do. We need to start looking at creating other channels. Amount for to use here. My traffic, great luck. It is too much. All right. Now, this issue, one issue, men say Dede Abahona and saying a lot of people talking about Valco. And my own senior brother, Captain Smart. Recently, I saw Captain Smart speak on Valco. Valco. We are poised to revive Valco. Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, the Abanwe is your mutimu po. Say, Valco did the Omemana say Jinan and Aso. Now, recently, I see a lot happening. And recently, I saw my own senior brother, Captain Smart, make a lot of yebeton, Ghana Fuja Padia yebeton ama and And in fact, majority of the documents are shown in they are legit. Now, normally, assembly hona a bar, the narrative I debate was semnosono, and then a money pay say maybe when somebody is bringing money to invest in Valco, no, it is bad news. Say enya butre an chre assembly mu ye amfan chre Ghana ni na. Say Ghana ni to one ajrebe say politicians are the same. Of course, 2022 and Ekufuado all the way from 2017 to 2022 and Ekufuado are buying and ajrebe say Obama investor aba be so Valco mu. Why? Because at the end of the day, say Valco si won anye juma Ghana 1 yenya so mfaso. 2 yenya nipa ema Valco enfo mu juma. Enti Valco should work. Now den bema Valco aye juma. Now there are people Valco issue where abana sebio omo create impression, and I'm not blaming Captain Smart because somebody might have briefed him wrongly. Minim said there are people with special interest in this Valco issue. Your uncle Fobi Oha, omo interest no, a young chain Ghana nyina interest. And obviously, I understand Captain Smart, when he was speaking passionately about Valco, why any say a ton Valco, and he say any investor about Valco, because we all want to protect Ghana property. Say Ghana Japadi nyina no at the point enya Ghana for the no. We all want to do what? Make sure say Adebe Ghana Diebia no aka Ghana. But the only way Adebe Ghana Diebia na Ghana Japa Diebia no yebetuma sustain no sika enema no edien yetumi sustain. Without money, yentumi sustain anything Ghana dia. Inti si kasa anase nipa bi briefia. We need to sometimes sit back and ask ourselves say nipa na ehina o free ba. The interest in saying, let me show you this. This man, he is the CEO of Valco. The Robert Makila Sabriam. Now, this man, I am telling you, and I'm going to tell you on authority. Valco and some his interests, the kind of things they are getting from Valco. Valco na esiwana yesi enye juma no. There are some people who are making millions out of Valco na yesi ako bankrupt no. There are some people who are still making money out of Valco. Because you see, the moment a Valco become full operational, and I say 100% operational, right now, Valco is working just 20%. Open the capacity now, only 20% in a year, Juma. And the question is, why should Valco be working 20%? I bring a bit to my Juma 100%, the capacity. The reason is that this CEO, only some people have some interest to be. They are doing everything possible to make sure Valco ain't any strategic investor. Now, let me tell you for a fact, Valco ain't $750 million before Valco can work 100%. Etimi afa nipa to its capacity. Etimi aye effective. Etimi raise sika. Etimi provide and I say etimi supply the local market. Valco will need $750 million. Now the question here is, and I understand Captain Smart, he's passionate, and the other people are. This man basically is selling some message out there. The real picture, no, he doesn't want to sell it to Ghanaians. Valco has $750 million. How are we going to get $750 million to revive Valco? The CEO of the company has not been able to tell us how he will be able to raise $750 million. And I'm telling you on record, the government of Ghana does not have $750 million sitting there to pump into Valco. So how are we going to get Valco to work? Because Valco needs to work. So Valco here Juma 100% full capacity. Valco ya befa Ghana for Juma and ameboa. Upia brewa baby oko wato de say fa. All that we need is Valco should work and Ghanaians are supposed to be employed. Now, if you're a CEO of Valco, now till now, untumi nchireme how you can raise $750 million to put Valco to work at its full capacity, and then you don't deserve to be the CEO. You need to be sacked. Inti sanka abrochira anka at this point nka CEO nka pamono. You know why? Your job as a CEO is to make sure say Valco the amount salary every month. Your amount incentives no. When to your Valco aye adwuma ma yemfaso 100%. So when to me anya sa now CEO now we no emfaso ni so I was see a pamon. Now you ask yourself, amount for the day and a Valco, ye beton Valco, yedia, yes. Your share swim, yes. Na Valco nankasano, free hin bedru ha. You see, sometimes let's put our personal issues aside. Let's put a BBI a friend. Maybe we become so emotional about matters. Majority of the time, let's look at the issue critically. 2026, even America, Obaha. There are companies that want European partners. There are companies in America are almost Chinese partners. There are companies in China, they want American partners. There are companies in Europe, they want Asian partners. So you cannot build your nation in isolation. You just have to be strategic about who invests in your nation and how much you give them or how much access you give them. Because we are in an era. You cannot put your hand in your pocket and say, may you $750 million. Looking at the risk involved, So because may babe say Jumana, you look at the risk and say, okay, Valco this me chrome. Masasi see. So take this risk now. Why not? Because how many years na Valco esuo? How many people na Valco efo Juma? Now look at this. The background of Valco. The nipa bebre Ghana yaka bibia to trim Valco sika oho ya beton ama obi. We need to sometimes sit back they you say questions and then they be say okay say the Valco ya the investors beka Valco mu a na some do sika bishima ebe boye ana say emboye. These are the simple questions we need to be asking. And about hey asembe ni and away you say ya no end to me chichire man no me say America cry America no omu hia strategic partners. China, they are calling for strategic partners. Europe, go there and see. We are not better than these countries. We are living in a global world whereby you cannot live in isolation. You cannot run an economy in isolation. You still need people who are ready to commit to also come in and work with you. Because one, the government wants to create job opportunities for its people. In Valco, you 100% full capacity. So why should we try to make it look like, say, Valco, dancing, na obi betam dancing, they are called? No. That is why we have people who sit think through matters, draw plan, have MOUs, sign contracts. Contracts are for these kind of things. So I will sign a contract now. Your country should be in your interest. And someone was signing a contract. But the moment you sounded to say, Valco is they say Valco is another 10 years. Who is going to bring $750 million? Who? But your young man be our core tech. Your young man be or per se or Juma or Ghana or what skill? No, who is going to provide the $750 million? Who? Now let's go back a little bit. Now you check it. Valco nankasa ain't the free na bedruha. See a TSC but okay. At this point, Ghana as a country, your shares of Valco muno is saying Ghana as a nation, say a mayor shares because baby and for so send you benya. These are things we need to look at. Now look, a casual look at Valco history buttresses the case for equity partnership as against sole government ownership. The data shows that Valco was a profit-making company when its ownership or management was composed of private sector only or by private sector and government. Below is a brief into Valco nankasankasa a yankran bi na tie enya Ghana dia from beginning. Omo mo chechire Valco no na mo enya ban. Into Valco na hunu sa no eye nipa bi dom de omusika chechire Valco. Enya Ghana ban na sorry am ka say oma chechire Valco. Valco no ye obi ankran bi sika nom de ye at a point ena be ye Ghana dia yeso benya shares wom. Into mema obi an create impression bi to say yen ye tie sika esi Valco ena Valco no yen na na si ye ena yen tumi mo bi invest eye nipa bi na de omusika be si ye ena sa nipa no at a point omo entumi ade manage ena Ghana so ye den yeso ye be ye den ye benya shares wom. Nti let nobody make it look like say Valco no eye yen na neja padie bi ena yen na neja guo ena yen na dabi. There's a reason, and we always have to go back, take it from the back. When we take it from the back, we will understand. All right, Mr. S, we will understand where the issue is coming from. The CEO, only some group will be almost interested in Valco. As we speak today, they are making millions from Valco. Almost blocking the strategic partnership of Valco. That is what is going on. Now, in 1964, all the way to 2003 marks the strategic partnership era. Valco was set up as a strategic partnership. That is Kaiser. That company, a friend Kaiser, no more 90% shares or Valco. And there were another company, a friend Reynolds, or you can also call them Aqua. They also had 10%. Internet, two private entities are Nana Valco Yomudia. A company called Kaiser and a company called Aqua. Omumienu and another Valco Yomudia. Nanya Ghana for dia. We did not own a share in Valco. And now say the two trim. Internet and dia. Now, along the way, and it operated with consistent profitability. Government of Ghana had no shares in Valco. It was 100% private sector owned. In Memobi and Television can just say, and a comment Kumaya Valco, and a Valco, and any see it. In human Kobe private companies been a see Valco. Near any shares womb. Now, what happened along the way? And remember, I'm going to see Valco way. Some person were so. I didn't think say Omo Koromun to Valco. But at the end of the day, technically, even though private investors they be see, Omuja or Omoko and Sabe Ghana dia, so and so that is one advantage. Say Oko into a strategic partnership. These are the things you look out for before you go into partnership. And then I would go into partnership. At the end of the day, Ebeka ukrum, dia. That is the first thing you look at. So being to mean to fan dia, you will still benefit from it. Now, 2003 to 2008, the era of traditional decline. Now, transitional decline. Now, from 2003 to 2008, a hot and a problem started to say AC. This is what it says. Following Kaiser going into receivership, the government of Ghana, that's GOG, acquired 90% ownership. Into Kaiser for no more 90%, at a point 90%, they don't want to own it again. Into Ghana government, AGA. Into technically, at a point from 2003 to 2008, Valco ebeye yedia. 90% technically ebeye yedia. Now, after this acquisition, Valco took a nosedive and started recording a sharp decline in gains characterized by a series of plant shutdowns, such that presently there is only one fully functional cell out of the 6. Valco has 6 plants in a year. 2008, a government of Ghana ebenya 90% a year control over Valco no, and a Valco study say egu. Abaya buying there. Now, unim je sene Ghana buying your managing yoma. Yeti krom ha majority of buying ejapade nyina yene Ghana for yede hye yensa ne asɛ no. Enti time na Valco eye adwuma 2003 to 2008 ebe hye Ghana for nsa yebe oni no fully no Valco started taking a nose dive. Omusika sem started say Aban nipa yafa omo se omunkoye adwuma ho no and Valco sika. They didn't care because I aban adwuma. Enti Ghana be solve Valco no afei na Valco sika sem nyina say. Adentina, it is important to say edum rebia or some private sector no ebe part of a government investment. That is the supervision part of it. Anytime I buying ejuma ye the private sector a partner aban ejuma na the majority of time no sa ejuma ne gina. Ni nyina ne say sa private entity no ana investor na ordinary sika be sha aban ejuma no on person sika be hye into ofi nani. The moment Valco became ours, 90% and started to say egu, all because there was no supervision, all because government workers did not care, all because Ghana buying Abba Echo Ninano, they thought to say, yeah, two obino kotinawa, it is about the money, it is not about the sustainability of Valco. Until Uchekia, Valco started declining, all because there was no private sector involvement. The private sector or the strategic partners, they come with a experience, they come with supervision, they come with interest because almost person almost profit. So they will pay attention to detail and they will protect the facility. Now, when you move forward, make sure the background. Send a beya and then baby of our quadruno, you have $750 million. Who is going to provide the $750 million? MPP and NDC. Bank Bank. Why not just alone? $750 million. Do you have it? Now, when you move forward, 2008 to 2024 is the era of 100% government of Ghana ownership. Now, this is what happened. Government of Ghana became the sole shareholder of all shares in Valco. Unfortunately, since government of Ghana assumed full control of Valco, Valco has not recorded profit for the past 15 years. Valco has since worked at a severely limited 20% capacity, resulting in persistent year-on-year loss with a debt portfolio of over $200 million. From 2008 to 2024, Valco nyejuma enya infaswada. And so CEO BNU demonstrations say yuntuaneka. But every day, government of Ghana, Valco workers demonstrating say omo service, omo condition, ni nyina nyejuma. Why is it say say CEO abe demonstration? But it is always the worker down there. Because those up there, the CEO and his group, they are making money. But the workers down there, they don't care. Omo na omo bre. Inti, siyaka se, ya ma strategic partner bape, na CEO we no. Wabese some of the media they chi, any workers, they say, munya demonstration, ya beton Valco. At the end of the day, you, the CEO, should be coming to tell us, say, you have been able to raise $750 million. But someone to me raises $750 million. Now the government is not ready to cough $750 million. And strategic partners are willing to bring down money. Why do you stand up and say you don't want to agree? Why do you say you don't want to agree? I'm waiting for somebody to say more $750 million or maybe some me a Ghana ni into any strategic investor biamba, and we will give you that $750 million opportunity. But so biamba sikanem baye. Now in himself, Valco is making losses. For 15 years, Valco has not made any profit. For 15 years, Valco cannot expand its production. For 15 years, Valco is working 20% in its capacity. For 15 years, Valco is not been able to employ Ghanaians. Now, sir, Obi-Ba as a strategic partner to pump $750 million. You are saying, say, Ghana buying air ton a Valco. Now, nipa na this $750 million beshamuno. Ayo papa nuya, and our papa sika, kabaka sama oninya profit. They are coming in because they also want to make profits. Senka uwo sikanibia, ale na mafanya Valco, amfa nipa 10,000 ejuma. You don't have the money. So if somebody has the money, they need to come in, they need to make profits the same as you also making profit. So that is where you have the memorandum of understanding. That is where what we call contract comes in. It is upon you, the government of the day, to sit and draft a contract that will benefit your nation. So somebody coming to invest, partner, Valco, to revive Valco, it is nothing bad. Let me tell me, Captain Smart, I think say you are getting it wrong. I think say you are doing more disservice to Ghanaians because there are so many young people who want to work at Valco. Valco can employ over 2,000-3,000 people. Why is Valco not employing? Because Valco has been making losses over and over the years. Valco is not making profit. The government does not have $750 million. It should we sit for Valco to rot? No, something needs to be done. Now, in 2022, Valco workers protest against poor working condition in Tema, but management resolves to end impasse. The question is, why were the workers demonstrating? Because the company is flopping. The company is making losses because Valco is not making any profit. 2022, what did the government do? And we all know, say, the NPP government started the process of making sure a strategic investor comes to help revive Valco. So this is nothing complicated. Npp, because of Menokasa Nadwi, Valco na juma 20% its capacity. There are some people who are making 18% out of the 20%. They are making money, and they are using a CEO to do that. And the CEO and his uncle Fobino try say Valco yen to be my strategic partner emba. But I'll give this to the Kufuor government. At least some reasonable people in the minority then and the majority then came together to say we need a partner because government does not have $750 million. Tomorrow, and on Monday, me perceive me no better radio so TV so say $750 million Valco. Nobody is able to raise that money. But there's somebody who has it. There's a company that's ready. Why are we not giving it the opportunity? Because Valco no yen to two Vanco. At the end of the day, so between the $750 million, you don't expect the person to go home with nothing. The person needs to make money. And you also need to make money. It's up to your attorney general, the people to sit to draft the contract. It is for them to make sure the contract benefits you. So strategic partnership is not bad. Captain, it is not bad. It is Npp na. Still 2022. This is what happened at Valco. Team, stay with me. Thank you, Mr. 2022. Valco shut down after workers' protest. They shut it down. 6. And Obeka say Anke Yakosoma. Obeka say 6 plants in a year juma and 1 penny year juma. One. Why should we have Valco working out plant tobacco penny juma and there's a CEO who is driving a V8, who is taking all the incentives, who is not putting his head together to make Valco a profitable institution? Why is he still there as a CEO? Because the money is Valco making to him, he's making a lot of money, and he wouldn't want any because the moment strategic partners come in, Sanyomana or your own to me yet. On any group now, they are cutting deals behind the scenes because I'm creating impression to a team say Valco no egu omoboa, they are making money. There are some few people at Valco, the CEO and his group, they are making money. And I don't want to say Obiakoma Captain Smart Sika and I say, but Captain Smart has been briefed wrongly. There are some people, they have cooked the story in such a way, they'll make you think, say, oh, patriotism, fight for Ghana's factory. No, they are creating that impression because the moment you do that and Valco stays in its state, the state they are in, some people make so much money. They don't want the private investors to come in. Oh, say Abrofono Koya Nomde Valco Maya, you bring 90% shares and Valco started to say because it was fully owned by the government. People did not care. The people we gave Valco to manage, they were making their money. They didn't care how Valco would be sustainable. That is why we need a strategic investor who will come in, follow their money. We get our cut, they get their cut. Valco exists, Ghanaians get job, and we are good. As Captain showed you, Endra, and 2 days ago, he was right. All the documents he put on the screen was right. MOU was signed, and the MOU was between the Memorandum of Understanding that was between Arise Integrated Industrial Platform Limited. That is the strategic investor. Arise Integrated Industrial Platforms. Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation and TDC. Remember, TDC almost has seen a Valco siso. And your Valco, and I say what dear friend Giatec. Now Giadec. Now Giadec, you know, Giadec was a Giadec. What's the name? I always get it wrong. Giadec. Basically, Giadec for Omno Ghana buying. So when there's any negotiations, Ghana, you the 2 minute Giadec for so omunjinem no mu make sure say yes, your interest no is paramount. Inti TDC no assassin Valco sis no TDC assassin TDC Ghana dia inti technically assassin dia. And Giadec no make sure say Valco as we speak now no 20% shares no Ghana so dia into TDC any Giadec for shares in the Boma 30% for the government of Ghana. Say strategic investor no taking 70%. The question here is, what are we going to benefit from this partnership? Yabefa Ghana for Ejuma. Is Ghana going to also get money? At the end of the day, I don't think we are going to lose Valco to anybody else. At the end of the day, nobody is going to take Valco away. Valco is going to produce to feed the Ghanaian industries. So why are we now saying, say, because Obi the $750 million, my lucky crowd, because me I call, say me $750 million, somebody be Valco, I will make sure I have 97%. There are risks involved. Obi to my pump is $750 million, you know, and at the point, you know, Obi will say, on person bet twaso, on an aboka, on an osoko. If I'm pumping $750 million in Valco, you don't expect me to be asking for less than 70%. Because in 15 years, Valco making profit biya, Valco making revenue biya, Valco has been making losses, Valco new workers biya. For Valco to get 30%, 70%, you know, at the $750 million bar, what do we lose here? What do we lose here? These are the documents when they signed an MOU. Now, there was something interesting. This matter was taken to cabinet in 2022. And in cabinet, you know, we all saw about cabinet. Cabinet actually looked at it. In fact, so read the document now. Discussion across cabinet now. Mami read it what actually transpired in cabinet. Now, that cabinet conversation, this is what happened. And make sure strategic partner or Banokrano, you will edge your partner. Now, when you read 1.1.7, according to the deputy minister, Giadec and Valco had assessed the financing of the retrofitting project and estimated it States dollars, excluding working capital requirement, which had also been estimated separately at 150 million United States dollars. The deputy minister suggested that the retrofitting would in 2 phases. Phase 1, which had been scheduled to commence in July 2023, will involve the upgrading of 3 of the 54-year-old P69 pot lines to D18 plus cell technology at an estimated cost of 350 million United States dollars. Implementation of this phase would enable the smelter operate above 60% of capacity and start earning marginal profits of 7.6% with a return of 3.6% from 2025. Phase 2 will commence by December 2025. It would involve the upgrading of the 2 currently operating P69 pot lines to the new D18 plus cell technology at an estimated cost of 250 million United States dollars. This would complete the retrofitting by 2028, where profitability will stabilize at 11.4% annum and will be 9% per annum. Now, basically, what it at cabinet, you know, omotiasia say yenya investor na say investors ne ba Valco eye omo dey plant eye adwuma na and the 1 pen aka eye 6 no. Sa plant ni nyina in phase 1. After they are done with phase 1 and phase 2, no, by 2028, I was saying Valco eye adwuma to its full capacity. We are talking about $350 million, $250 million. These are monies we don't have. As much as we love Ghana, sometimes we need to allow investors to come in to help us build our institutions. We cannot just say, questions, let's ask ourselves the questions. And now we are like, okay, now Sesia yema partner bema Ghana for send before wajuma partner bema Valco ye juma sebi o Valco onanenda dia na se pen na dia e dia ye juma wanamu industry ben ye talk the real estate industry, the shipping industry. When we nyina benya access to e dia nyoma Valco be wajuma, the government, the country is going to make money. Job is going to spread. We are talking about Valco working. It is not about who is coming to invest. It's about Valco working. When Valco works, Ghanaian gets a job to do. And that is the priority we need to be looking at here. We don't have the money to run Valco. You need $750 million in the whole. Cabinet and the Kufuado, they approved it. So I don't know why we are still having this conversation. In 2023, Cabinet approved this. And that is the document there. And I know Captain Smart showed it to all of you. So why are we angry? We are angry because Obida didn't see Kabeshim. Na ye was ska. Captain, we are angry. Do we have the money? They handed Valco to us in 2008. The question here is, do we have $750 million? Cabinet basically agreed to say, I was a strategic partner EBA. So why are we not allowing the partner to bring the $750 million and get Valco to work? I never said Valco it's now near Chimanswana a pro now for a GNSM. No. Now you say factories are coming Kumajan or Ghana and can they a strategic partner so we this tomato factory, their factory and can then kewaha. Factories and Kumaja says Kwame Nkrumah factories or Ghana. Sankenya partners say this beshim and ankiaka so omunya mo for sika beshim omo for 70% and for 30% and can Ghana for munya. It is about the long-term plan, the sustainability of the production, sustainability of the facility. The moment the facility is sustainable, we will get people working. Along the way, we will tweak the contract. At a point, the whole thing will become ours. That is what you do. Into the argument say, you have a ton Valco, mumi enjai. And my investors is we need to look at the documents, look at the facts, look at the long-term plan, look at what we will get. Do we have $750 million sitting? We don't have it. So are we supposed to allow Valco to burn? Are we supposed to allow Valco say enkwashi? We don't have $750 million. I will urge the government to invite these people, make sure within this month they sign this contract. We need people to go to work. We need to give people jobs. We need to get people sustainable jobs. We cannot sit here and be arguing and criticizing without any results. The CEO of Valco is not helping. On one case, I'll be a CEO, no, and so on to me raising $750 million. He is supposed to be out there championing the signing of this contract. Why is he behind the scenes pulling a string to make sure Valco never signs this contract? Because they are making crazy money. Momaya making sure say within this man, the government, the land minister, let us revive Valco. We need a strategic partner. They need to come. That in conformity demonstration, you have a town Valco, Omobwa, a nipe bin a shade. Menoka say your oncophobia Valco ye juma personally to make money. We don't get a dime from it. 20% na ye juma your oncophobia use Valco abe your monkasa personal property omudi mekisika omu some demonstration. We as a nation, we need partners who will come, join with us, open jobs for our people to get jobs to do. It's Captain, with all due respect, the guys who are feeding you the information, they are coming from an angle where some they are patriotic. No, they are strategically using you. They are lying. They are giving you information that is not right. Let us give these investors the opportunity to bring in the money, $750 million, not small money. Obianu this $750 million, let us give them the opportunity. Let us give them the chance for them to invest. Ghanaians will get jobs to do at Valco. After this short break, I will come and continue the show.
Omodi strategy bi eba. Omoni yan crop for you. Almost omobe didi matemsa. Omobe chantro egu mi so. 2 weeks na watching me new able. In the morning na munya alert. Mobetin sem bebre. Enya no kre. Omo pese omo susa moaje.
I've never seen a liar like our former flag bearer on earth. He's a liar. This man is a liar. Today I tell you he's a liar. You shouldn't vote for a liar. A man who is one who was so hot and Ryan consigning peace pact. Onyanko Pon and Nimiko PA number 2 I'm a team number 1 and number 3. Meaning the movie TV now. Mama Tam number 1 now. I can't even see what them one run. And you and I'm saying I am a neighbor and said, the president, many will be one of your special advisor for party welfare.
Akufo-Addo na moka. Me na me call the office. Kojo Thompson Road, number 57. Otina Konyam say, Sinana, you know you can be president? I said, Pabna, is that so? Can we take one for 4?
The person member constituencies no ahwodin. Constituencies no ahwodin beba. Yes, a munya nipa akuku dama omodonso ewo constituency no. Omo betimi aboa constituency no. Na
munya unsomwe when achapa 4 years 19 nya onime pamusamfa from ra uyimi
Bia etina ho ema sebe onipa de misika ema aban na ebedru mebi no aban ebeti misika no so MPP ba sa nipa 2,320 a omuka wo debt exchange no ho no MPP a mi didi se meda no sika bi abokem no Dr. Brian Champa ba de yo mapeni no obeti amusika aba mo
national career ade adokedu say nyame emma makonya na delegates motu abema me no man muni nyina nso eso mu a ebenya national career ebenya airline Rwanda for Egypt Ethiopia Airlines ejuma mu ye nyasem ketwa emprofo enye ejuma ewo Ethiopia Airline o ma air repair planes they say Ethiopia Airline ho na 50 pilots o ma muni nyina nya national career no ho faso baby a eme so ade ho say ye de beba na de ba enye ejuma.
And so in 1992, at the age of 30, Kwabena Ejepon, I was prepared to sacrifice for this tradition.
You are still live on Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's exactly 5:02 p.m. US East Coast time. It's definitely 10:02 in Ghana. Obia airshare platform way because enyumbre the Obia results are ebesi ochna ebetoha. Into this is the moment and this is the time. Ghana for ebunsa this platform we control. Yebe ende careers baby. Posters be careers be ende. And na a year as software be so careers no ebe ende because the ebe no enyumbre ebin si da. And remember, I want to take you guys back a little bit. I remember in 2023. Thank you very much, team. In 2023, me catch Ghana for any MP before say the NDC they were going to win the elections from the Ashanti region. Before that, from 2022, near people on the ground. Serious research. We never mentioned to anybody. We spent close to $250,000 to do that. We had people, volunteers, who wanted to work for us. And you know the funny thing? We proved to Ghanaians at the end of the day, the first platform, I call it the elections, the results in Ghana. And you understand? Because there was a lot of work that went. Now, I was at Ghana for TBBRC. When it comes to election prediction, and putting out results of elections, and yet a one-day thing, and yet just going out there and talking to one or two people, it takes a long time to get it right. You need to put a lot of investment into it. Now, and people primaries way, it has become very delicate. The reason is that sika edienim eche nyansa. And in every election, be a sika bedienim eche eja nyansa no. Now, the people voting, they don't vote as wise people. They vote like sheep. vote like Imwa. So it becomes difficult to predict how the elections will go. And then NPP especially, elections are difficult to predict because majority of the people from the party, highest form of education JSS. Secondly, they cannot read, they cannot understand, and they don't understand what the message is. And to say, wako NPP fomu, no waka say, give me one policy. All that they know is what can the word policy, but they don't even understand what comes together to form a policy. It's basically like you standing in the zoo and telling all animals in the zoo to vote for Obuha obetwama because ono openam. Obuha obetwama because ono opese yekunu deni otwen bi ni kwan. There are so many reasons. Very difficult to analyze an MPP voter because one, they are not intelligent enough to understand. Say or some would see as someone ansana omo make a decision. Majority of them, they are part of the party because of tribal move. Into also is 70% of them a Jimmy Adjuni, a tribe Adjuni, and yet about what you tell them. 30% now cannot a interest. Saying a menya t-shirt, gele, a mukonko. So such group of their political insects are very difficult to predict how they will reason. I hope you are following me. When it comes to MPP primaries, and you being a pollster, you being a bishop, you being a what, trying to predict it, you need to put in a lot of work. You need to put in a lot of work. Because I can just say, oh, wait there, omo kotwaba, no way the omunim nyansa, ometuni say, we are kasem say, into it, omunchi nyansa, omunim nyansa. So it's very difficult. And intina, we took our time. The day from June or July, omo say, presidential primary sabano January, no, that is when we started investing in this year primaries. Now, we are talking about 211 delegates. Me sure with Juma ya be this point. Me wear this segment to pay my pong. Yes, because Secretary Koso and Adwimino say they are still paying money. Baumia is paying. Kennedy is paying a little bit, but Baumia is paying a lot. Baumia has money. Now, we are talking about Ejumaya number Chiromuno. We knew say MPP forward 211,000 delegates. 211,000 delegates. So we asked ourselves, how are we going to reach every single delegate? Yeah, cut 211,000 delegates. We are talking about 276 constituencies. Now, we don't want to be speculating. We don't want to look like, say, answer. We wanted to get to the bottom and know the real numbers. So, we decided, say, we were going to follow every single delegate and every single candidate. How are we going to do that? It's cash intensive. We are looking somewhere around $900,000. When it comes to the United States, there are so many agencies here who are willing to give you money to go and conduct these kind of polls. They are there, plenty. So we put everything together and said, this is what we are going to do. We are going to change the dynamics when it comes to election results, election polling. We were going to go deeper than any pollster will go. So this is what we did. We got 20 people in each constituency, 20. In a 276 constituencies around the nation, you have 20 volunteers, 20. And those people, we made sure none of them was a member of the NDC. We made sure these were ordinary people, and some of them even have affiliation to the NPP. Into every constituency, we had 20 people there, stationed there. In fact, we picked them from that constituency because we wanted people who live in the constituency. Now, when you calculate 20 by 76 constituencies, we recruited 5,520 people. 5,520 people. These were volunteers. They signed a contract with us that they are going to volunteer. We were going to pay them, each person, a year 250 Ghana cedis a month. 250 Ghana cedis a month. Now, this is what we did. We also picked 20 people to follow the 5 candidates, Into every candidate, we had 20 people following them everywhere they went in Ghana. Baby, I'm campaign biano. Near were 20 people who infiltrated the party grounds. Into near were 20 people following Kennedy Japan around the nation. Baby, stop over. We had our people there. We had a bus. Sometimes they go there before Kennedy gets there. They get there before Bawumia gets there. They go in there as ordinary people and they pick out every single delegate to talk to. Into technically, we had 100 people who were assigned to a candidate. Into every candidate had 20 following them around the nation. But every constituency also had 20 seated in the constituency looking for the delegate in that constituency. Into constituency, we were able to reach them in their farms. We were able to reach them in their markets. And we did not go there as posters or anything. They had a way of talking to them for them to basically tell them where they want to vote, who they want to vote for, and why. And before we left every single delegate, we knew about 80% where that delegate's vote was going to go. We had 20 times 276 constituencies. That was 5,520 people. We have 20 following each candidate. That is 100 people. We had 5,620 people. And these people worked for 7 months. 5,620 people, they worked for 7 months. Now, we spent 250 Ghana cedis on each volunteer every single month. We ended up spending 9.83 million Ghana cedis on this project. 9.8 million cedis. In dollar terms, approximately $900,000 miscellaneous gone. That is how much we spent on this primaries. There's a reason why we did that. I was doing this, or I did this because I wanted to send a message to the NDC and those who want to lead the NDC and people who think they are ripe to be NDC leaders. I want to send a message to them. So this is how we did our polls. This is how we were able to get our numbers. Now, we are going to go into the numbers. Team. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you the numbers. What is happening now in Ghana is that last week, the whole of last week, I was in Ghana. The whole of last week. Last week, Friday, I was on a flight that same night. And I came to Ghana. Because I had to come and take the executive report. Because they had done everything. They had to hand over the report to me. So I had to meet all my team to take the report. That is why I was in Ghana last week. And I came to Ghana last week to take the report. From July, ABC, a year this month. Now, this is how it's going to look. And let me tell you one thing. MPP4, from what we are getting tonight, any Ochinano, there's a lot of shifts in the numbers. The reason is simple. The Bawumia Eye group, they are a little bit nervous. They are pumping a lot of money. But you see, change is never bano any drastic. Change is never bano any over 3%. Take and put this on record. We have our team on the ground. The Bawumia team and the Kennedy team, they are really paying money. Brand Champon is paying money, but the amount of money Bawumia is pumping into the system and agree against the Ochinano panel, it is crazy. And what they are doing is they are not so sure about some of the delegates. They are not so convinced. So now, delegates be over about 70%, only too convinced, they need to make sure 30% no more than in the Sika to get you to vote for Bawumia. And see, the last checks we did this afternoon, the scale, the numbers, they keep shaking a little bit. And to me, making any significant change, it's going to stay within 3%. Into the numbers we are going to put on the screen tonight, these numbers, margin of error, is going to be within 3%. And there's going to be nothing It is going to stay within these numbers. It can never go above these numbers. After this short break, I will show you. All right, Eshi Rado. Omunyina ba. Say most your platform me any award ochna. Monto aba ni wie no number 1 say I control the destiny of the NP. Now, numbers now oba be hu no. I know so many people who say it is never possible. It is possible. Rigging ekwaso anadwi. And let me say there will be a lot of rigging tomorrow. But Ochna rigging bekoso big time. And numbers some the bet and numbers are. I catch them say we are going to stay within margin of error of 3. Now, this is how it's going to look tomorrow. And Obia and Kati Peace we and the date is saying and the 30th of January 2026. Numbers some the bet no. Remember be a rim-fee. These are numbers that will reflect tomorrow after the NPP primaries. Okay. This is how it's going to look like tomorrow. Margin of error +3 -3. Mahamudu Bawumia will walk with 56.8%. Mahamudu Bawumia will walk with 56.8%. Kennedy Japan will walk with 40.3%. Listen to me very well. The rest of the candidates will share 2.9%. Ochna, after the results, Mahamudu Bawumia will walk home with 56.8%. Remember, margin of error +3 -3. Kennedy Japan will walk with 40.3%. The rest of the candidates will walk with 2.9%. They will share 2.9%. Now, something is going to happen tomorrow. The monies they are sharing, Kennedy Japan, when you bring in a margin of error, he might lose 3 points. He might drop to 37%. And that 37%, because that 3%, Bawumia betuma fabi, and at 2.9 for betuma fabi. So technically, it will either boost Bawumia or boost the 2.9. Now, probability that Mahamudu Bawumia might also lose 3% or add 3% is high. But they are all going to stay within. It's if Kennedy, if the margin of error we are going to put in here, Kennedy might drop to 37%, but the likelihood of Kennedy going over 40% is not possible. Mahamudu Bawumia can move to 59%. He can move to 58.3%. Mahamudu Bawumia could also drop 3%. That's why I'm saying the margin of error is 3. But the number we are looking at Ochina for Mahamudu Bawumia is 56.8. That is our solid number. The number we are looking for Kennedy Japan is 40.3. And I've checked all the polls in Ghana. Obiani Wama Kennedy Japan, a dog chance of even getting 40%. Kennedy will get 40%. That will be say Kennedy bet dropping number. It is the money they are sharing tonight, and no one bit to drop a Kennedy number. The monies they are pumping. The monies they are pumping tonight into the system, the Bawumia group, that is the only money a bit me a change Kennedy numbers like a crabby. But no question because the margin of error no, margin of error no, +3 - 3. Inti, we are looking at Mahmoud Bawumia. Bawumia not crossing 58%. He can't. He can't cross 57. That is what is going to happen tomorrow. Ochina date here 31st of January 2026. Ochina by 6 p.m. You will come back to this number. You'll be shocked. We are talking about 50 + 1. Mahmoud Bawumia will make 56.8. And 56.8, you know, Makajam said there's a 3% chance to say it could go up, it could go down. Kennedy, 3% chance to go up or go down. So we are looking at numbers that will fluctuate. And I agree, the numbers keep moving a slower form, but it is not significant. It is not going to change significantly. It is going to stay here. As much as Makacham will say, no message, you know, and then I agree, they have resorted to paying and bribing. Yes. So I get it. So Shami and Yumbreya, the Bawumia team, the Kennedy team, they know what I'm talking about. This is how it's going to play out. It does not matter. And to me, change it. And I know say no pollster has given Kennedy Japan even over 35%. No pollster in Ghana. Any research near we know Kennedy is going to cross 40%. He's going to get 40.3%. The worst for Kennedy will be 37%. The worst for Kennedy is going to be 37%. And Ochina, we will be here. Ochina Ebebaha. We are not going to go anywhere. We are going to come show you these same numbers. I wouldn't even show you. You people will say numbers in here. And then I make sure say +3 - 3 is what we are looking at. And sir, +3 - 3, no, and yet the money they are sharing tonight. I still have team on the ground. I still have people working. I still have people monitoring. The 3 now Makano, Brian Champon, Kobne Japan, and a country, they are going to share 2.9%. Omako Munima 3.1% no me share. They cannot go beyond that. That is where they will stay. It's even funny to me. I'm not kidding you. They are going to share money. A lot of money is going on. They are sharing. A lot of sharing is going on. And there's something I want to do. We are going to end tonight's show here. We are going to put this numbers out. We are still going to go down to work. I need some briefing. Some briefing is supposed to be done in the next hour. And they made to my and say, I'm leaving you with this number. Mahmoud Bawumia will make 56.8%. Kennedy Japan will make 40.3%. The rest will share 2.9. Marginal error. Plus 3 minus 3 can come in. Kennedy might drop to 37%. Mahmoud Bawumia, so bet drop a cry. It is not going to be more than 3%. Mahmoud Bawumia, so Beko Denima is not going to be more than 3%. Kennedy Beko Denima, it is not more than 3%. They will all linger around this number. This is what is going to happen tomorrow. Obia Canadian, me say from Ochina, so many careers will end from tomorrow morning.